Now, I want to state this. This is before I get to the main meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about. 88% of the citizens across the state of West Virginia are against charter schools. Listen to that. Do you understand what I just said? 88% of the citizens across West Virginia that were polled, that voted on the poll where anybody can vote, said they do not want charter schools. So why are they pushing charter schools in West Virginia? And that's what you need to understand. And I'm going to say a few things here. We used to have the chairman of the Education Committee, Republican Kenny Mann. Now, let me tell you something. I was there with Kenny Mann. Kenny Mann was a good guy from Mason County. Not Mason County. No, I forget the county that Kenny Mann was from. And I'm sure I'll remember it here shortly. But Kenny Mann was a good guy. And Kenny Mann also would stand up for education, regardless of what side it was. If Kenny Mann disagreed with something, he would let that side know. He even absolutely got into it with Carmichael quite often and said, I will not push that. I will not run that. As the chairman of the Education Committee, I can or cannot make the decision to run a bill or not run a bill. So what happened was this legislative session, if you notice, Mann was removed as the chairman of the Education Committee, and they put Patricia Rucker in his place. Now, why do you think that is? Because Patricia Rucker does as Patricia Rucker is told. That's just the way that it is, ladies and gentlemen. She does whatever Carmichael says. Now, why is it that Betsy DeVos has tweeted twice this week and actually mentioned Patricia Rucker and Mitch Carmichael in her tweets? What does she have to do with West Virginia in terms of at that level? She is on the national level, which she's doing a horrible job, by the way. But why is she focusing on West Virginia's charter schools? Because of this, ladies and gentlemen. Why were the Koch brothers in the Charleston Capitol? Because of this. 88% of the people in West Virginia do not want charter schools, but yet these Republicans are going to continue pushing charter schools because it's their way or the highway, and everybody needs to understand that that is the way that it is, and if you don't like it, tough. That's their stance. But yet they're supposed to represent the people, but they don't. They represent their own personal interests. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we can fix this. Patricia Rucker is up for re-election. Vote her out. Mitch Carmichael is up for re-election. Vote him out. Don't talk about remembering in November and then forget what you're doing. There's no reason why Mark Maynard should still be on that floor, but you didn't remember in November. That's just the way that it is. You let a bunch of fake Democrats in Mingo County convince you to vote Republican, and that, ladies and gentlemen, unacceptable. So get your head out of your fourth point of contact, and if you're a paratrooper, that's your ass. And start thinking about what you're doing. Understand that elections have consequences. If you vote, you need to understand that you research the person out there that's running and make sure that you're casting the vote that best suits you. Don't just do it because you think. Alec, I see it. Patricia Rucker is absolutely 100% controlled by Alec as well. I sit next to her on the Judiciary Committee, and every single time we sit next to each other, her computer was open and she was typing back and forth to Alec. If you don't know what Alec is, Google it and it will shock you. It is nothing more than an organization that wines and dines legislators and gives them bills to go back to their state and put their name on it as if they are the lead sponsors and push them. And they will absolutely... If you get it passed, you're going to get a nice something out of it. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why our democracy is under attack. The democracy of West Virginia is under attack with these scoundrels that we have in power right now. That's just the way that it is. And the only way for us to be able to deal with it is to finally stop voting these people out. You know, you got Sue Klein, Wyoming County, and Beckley. Raleigh County, you got Sue Clown that's running for re-election. If you re-elect that woman, shame on you. She is an absolute paper. She's nothing more than a puppet for those folks. The only thing she's done in the 2 years that I was there was stand up 2 times and read a piece of paper verbatim. Congratulations, you can read. We want more than that. The days of sending people to Charleston to sit silent need to be over for each and every person out there that casts a vote. You need to expect that that person goes to Charleston and you hear about them and you see them on the news and you see the fight that they are waging every single day. Because if they're not doing that, then they don't need to be there. Fact.